Hey, I'm Dan Precision, and today I'd like to tell you a story about how one of my bands got signed to a record label. So back in 2002, about a year after I was let go from Rise Against, was friends with a band called All Else Fails. I had recorded them several times. So three of the guys and myself, we got together and we ended up finding a new singer, and we started a band called Break the Silence. So in 2003, we started trying to get signed, so we started sending out some demos to some labels, and one of the labels we sent to was Hopeless Records. And I had had a rapport with them from before because 88 Fingers Louie had been on Hopeless Records for several of our albums. Then after a while, I got a phone call from Lewis, the owner, and he basically is like, I've got a proposition for you. We had a band drop off our South by Southwest showcase, and they're like, would you guys be interested in playing it? Like, well, yeah, but like, how would we get out there? What's the deal? And Lewis basically explained, I'm going to pay for your flights and your hotels. You're going to play the showcase, and I want to see how you guys play live and see if I'd be interested in signing you. If I don't sign you, you don't have to worry about the flights or the hotel. I covered it. If I do sign you, same deal. You don't have to worry about the hotels or the flights. However, if you play and there's another label that's really interested in you and you sign with another label, we're going to want you to pay for the hotel and the flights. And we're like, that sounds great. That's like a really good deal, that we could get signed from this. So we were very excited. And I remember asking him, like, what band, by the way, dropped off? And it was Avenged Sevenfold. And they couldn't, I don't know why they couldn't make it. I think they got added to like another tour that was really good for them at the time. So we're like, okay, cool. It's kind of a tough spot to fill, but let's do it. So we flew out, I believe it was on a Wednesday, and we checked into our hotel, and it was, just a single room, two queen beds, so for 4 people. So we're like, we're gonna need to roll away because we gotta be have good sleep before the next day. So we play our best at this showcase. So as we're leaving, because we want to go to South by Southwest and hang out and see what it's all about since we've never been there, I stopped at the front desk and I was like, hey, can we get a rollaway bed for our room? We'll pay for whatever extra it is and stuff. And they're like, yeah, no problem. Give us your room number. Okay, cool. And I'm like, we're not gonna be back till late, so please just throw it in the room. So we end up going to South by Southwest, and if you've never been there, and I'm just speaking from experience from 03 and 05, the 2 times that I was there with Break the Silence, it's quite crazy. There are many, 3 or 4 blocks of 4th Street that they just block off, so there's no cars allowed, and there are tons of music venues up and down the street, and just people all over the place, going from, one venue to another, and people are drunk and stoned and just having a great time, and there's music everywhere. It's just really cool. So we end up just start going from, club to bar and where else to just check out however many bands we can. And it's like you go in and you check out half a band or a full band. You end up just buying a drink at every place. So literally every 20, 30 minutes we're having a brand new drink. It's like, oh, we're going to another club. All right, down this one because you can't bring it outside. At least I don't remember if we could. So needless to say, we got drunk pretty quickly, all except Mike, our drummer, because he didn't drink at that time. So had a great time, saw some amazing bands, and decided, okay, it was late. It was probably like 2, 3 in the morning. Time to get back, got a taxi, got back to the hotel, get to our room, and there's no rollaway in there. I was like, oh man, I forgot to get the rollaway. And, no one wanted to go to the front desk because everyone's hammered again except Mike. But Mike's already getting ready for bed. So I was like, all right, fine, I'll go over there. So I go up to the front desk and I was like, oh, excuse me, we asked for a rollaway. Can we get that in our room now? And they're like, oh no, all the rollaways are locked up. I'm like, well, we asked for one. Like, we should have one in our room. Sorry, we can't do anything. Seriously? I'm like, there's 5 of us. We gotta, we need to get like a good night's sleep. No, sorry, can't do anything. All right, great. So now what? So I'm kind of trudging back to the room thinking like, what the hell are we gonna do? Someone's gonna have to sleep on the floor or something. I mean, it's not the end of the world. Of course, we've done it before, but it's like we want to be at our best for the show tomorrow. We could get signed. So as I'm walking back, right off the foyer, I see there are 2 couches like in this little sitting area. I was like, I wonder if we could grab one of these. So I go and I try to lift one up, and it was relatively light. I was like, dude, 2 of us could totally bring this, you know? So I go back to the room, and I was like, guys, they forgot the rollaway. They're locked up. We can't get a rollaway. However, found a couch. Like, they're like, a couch? How are you going to get a couch? I'm like, no, it's light. I'm like, who wants to come with me? Of course, Mike, the sober one, he's like, dude, I'll go. So we go out there. I'm still wearing regular clothes, but he's already barefoot and in pajama pants and, you know. So we go out there. I'm like, all right, we got to make sure we're not seen. I mean, it's late, but I'm like, we're just almost off, you know, eye shot of the front desk, so we don't want to be seen by them. So all of a sudden, he grabs one end, I grab the other, and we start running down the hallway, and we're just kind of, you know, hobbling along as quickly as possible, and I'm running forwards, and he's running backwards. And, you know, we make the one corner into our hallway, and all of a sudden, I feel the couch jerk. And I just see Mike, like, he's still moving, but he's like, ah! So obviously something happened, but he's still backing up, and he's still on course. So we get to the door, and he's like grabbing his leg. He's like, oh man, and he's knocking on the door, and no one's answering the door. We're like, our 3 other guys are in there. Why aren't they answering? So Mike goes running around outside and finds them on the patio. They're like having a cigarette, didn't even hear us, like trying to get in the door. And during this time, I'm trying to like swivel the couch out, and it's hitting the door that's directly opposite. And again, it's 3 a.m. I'm drunk, probably making all sorts of noise. So finally, Mike opens the door, trying to get the couch in, and it's too damn wide. It will not fit through the door. And I'm like, oh my God, what are we gonna do? I'm like, all right, let's twist this thing. So we turn it 90 degrees, and we're kind of sliding it in there and just shoving it right in. It's like kind of smushing the ends of the couch, but we finally get it in there. And Mike right away just hits the bed, and he's grabbing his foot. And I was like, what's going on? And I look, and his toe on his right foot on his toenail bed is literally like bent up, and there's just blood all over the place. And I'm like, oh great, what the hell, you know? And this is his kick foot. And if you've ever heard Break the Silence, you'll know that, you know, there's a lot of kick drum in there, and you know, Mike's really good with it, but with a messed up toe, who knows what's gonna happen? So I'm like, okay, hold on. Let me get like some bandages or something from the front desk. So I go back to the front desk after we've just, you know, pilfered this couch. And I'm like, hey, do you guys have a first aid kit or some bandages? And guy just starts looking around, looking through some drawers all casually. And he can see I'm in a rush. And he's like, no, we don't have anything. I'm like, you seriously, you guys don't have a first aid kit? You gotta have a first aid kit. He's like, no, sorry. I'm like, a Band-Aid, anything, a few Band-Aids. No, nothing. Jesus Christ. So go running back to the room. And, you know, Mike's still sitting there holding his foot. And I don't remember who it was, but someone decided, let's grab some toilet paper because we got to stop the bleeding. It was either toilet paper or Kleenex. And start wrapping his toe. And then we got some duct tape out of one of our merch bins. And we basically taped his toe down to one of the other toes. And also to keep the Kleenex on there and hopefully stop the bleeding. So that was that. The next morning, probably afternoon actually, his toe was not in good shape. It was definitely a little swollen. I mean, there was blood all over the toilet paper or Kleenex. And, but he's like, dude, the show's got to go on. We got to make it happen, you know? So we roll over to the club probably about 3 o'clock because they had like an early evening showcase and then a late showcase because there was just like music almost 24/7. So we go and we get there and we set up and we're worried, but we're like, well, we got to make it happen. And we played really well. And Lewis and the people from Hopeless Records watched us and they loved it and they ended up signing us, which was really cool because we weren't sure what was going to happen after that whole debacle of the night before. And less than a year later, we finished up our record over at my studio, the Bombshelter. And we put it out, and it's called Near Life Experience. If you've never heard it, I'll throw in a link down below so you can check it out on, Spotify, Google Music, or wherever you might listen to music. And that was it. And it worked out really well. I think that was a really fun record, and I'm glad it all worked out in the end. So there it is. Hope you enjoyed the story, and I'm sure there will be many more to come. Stay healthy and stay safe.